might miss this. Okay. So, like I said, my name is Cindy Bergman and I am from Ohio. I started this business a little over 7 years ago, became a home-based travel agent. I actually was on a cruise ship and my friend posted on Facebook that she was starting this travel business. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you've got to like tell me more information because this might be something that it is an answer to what we were just discussing. My husband and I were just talking while sitting on that cruise ship, like, how can we live on this without working on one? Like, we loved cruising. It was our very first cruise right here. This picture right in front of the big Carnival whale tail was my husband and I and my two daughters. We actually have 5 children. But the two youngest ones got to go with us on our first cruise and they fell in love with cruising also. And we've been cruising a lot since. But when my friend posted that, I messaged her and she said, you could have got paid for that cruise. And I was like, how could have I gotten paid? I didn't pay anybody to book it for me. Like, I used a travel agent, but I didn't pay anybody to book it for me. And she said that the commissions are built in across the board in the industry. So whoever books it is the one who gets paid. So just like if I would have called Carnival and said, I want to go on this cruise, they would have gotten paid. Carnival, whoever answered that phone call would have been the agent and gotten paid. So that was 7 years ago, over 7 years ago. I said, sign me up. I'm never cruising again without coming home to the paycheck. It just makes sense to me. And I have been cruising since, getting ready in 25 days to go on my next cruise. But I did not have a passport before I joined this business. And here you see me in London. London, I took my family to Jamaica, do an all-inclusive resort. Here we are at the Dunn's River Fall in Jamaica. We went to the Bahamas and Paris. Like, we experienced so much since we started this business, more than I've ever even dreamed of. And it has opened up a whole new world to myself and my family. So that's what it could do to you if you want it to. So the benefits of being a home-based travel agent, you get to work from anywhere. And this is really like true. It's not just a home-based agency. You get to work from anywhere. My husband and I did a 2-week cruise across the Atlantic Ocean from London to Miami, Florida. And I was able to work, do presentations like this. I had meetings with, other travel agents. I was booking trips on that cruise. So you can literally work from anywhere. If you have Wi-Fi or cell service, you can work. There's no quotas. Nobody tells you how much money you have to sell, like how much you have to book each month. Nobody tells you that. You get to do what you want. It's your business and you get to make your own quotas, right? So no inventory. I love this because I've always sold a product. I've always sold a product. I even had a separate cabinet for my inventory that I would order at the end of the month to hit my quota, to get my bonus check. I don't know if anybody else has been in that circumstance, but I used to order thousands of dollars worth of product at the end of the month so I could get my bonus check, and then I would pay it off when I got my bonus check. But this is nothing like that. There's no inventory. Your inventory is right here in the World Wide Web, which is pretty amazing. All right, you get to make your own schedule. Okay, it's 100% flexible. We have people who are making 6 figures at their job and making 6 figures at this part-time. We have people working this, a couple hours a month, and we have people who are, coming home from work, working full time and, working a couple hours in the evening on their business. So you get to do what you want with this. There's people who are working this full time also and are able to fire their boss and make themselves become their own boss. So there's 8 streams of income that can be paid to you. Then you also get paid on bookings and referrals. So you can refer others to the business to get additional streams of income on top of your commissions of booking travel. There's so much community support from experienced agents within this organization. It's pretty amazing how much support you're going to have. There's no contracts. You own your travel business. Okay, there's no contracts. You can come and go as you want. Okay, you can put it on hold if you need to. But there's VIP travel benefits I'm going to share with you. And there's definitely an unlimited income opportunity. Okay, you get to sell travel, earn travel commissions, and travel better with this home-based travel agency. So let's talk about some things that are the perks of being a travel agent. Sorry, it says my screen share is being paused. I don't know how that happened. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go back to that slide. Here we go. Okay, so some of the perks of being a travel agent is you get to go on a fam trip. A fam trip simply is a it's a familiarization rate, and they call it fam just because it's shorter. But these resorts, cruise lines, they want you to come out and check their product out and have the best experience because you're a travel agent, and then you can come back and sell it to your clients. That's why they do this. Okay, so these are my friends. They got to go to Riviera Maya in Mexico for $650 a night per person for 7 nights. That's amazing. Less than $100 a night for an all-inclusive resort, all you can eat, all you can drink, the swimming pool, the ocean, it's all there. And they got to experience it for $650 for a whole week. This is my friend Joy, her and her husband Mark. They saved over $1,300 on their resort in Jamaica for 7 nights. And it was a dream. It was a very luxury. It was a dream vacation for them. And then this was a Beach Boys cruise. Lots of my friends went on this cruise, and I'm so bummed that I missed it, but I had just gotten back from a family cruise. This was March 3rd last year. They went to Belize and Mexico, and it was a Norwegian cruise ship, and Norwegian said, hey, we want to offer any travel agents a discount on this cruise because we need to fill up these rooms. The Beach Boys are going to be on here, the Righteous Brothers, John Stamos. Guess how much they got to go for? $100 per person. $100 per person. That's unheard of. They wouldn't have even known that that cruise even existed, most likely, that the Beach Boys were going to be on a cruise ship. But to go for $100, lots of them jumped on that. They were very excited. Okay, so this one here tells us about our companies. And I think it's very important to know who it is you're working with. So this one right here on the right, IntelliTravel, is our host agency. Okay, we have so much accreditation certifications. We have exclusive partnership with our marketing arm. Okay, we're based out of Delray Beach, Florida, and we have been the leading innovator in travel for over 30 years, which means we actually were the very first home-based travel agency. They started it all back in the 1990s, early 1990s. They started the home-based travel agency. Why haven't you heard of them much? Because when we partnered with them, they only had 1,500 travel agents in the local area. And James Farrar said, I want to go global. I want to be a global company. Okay, so he was looking for a marketing arm because he wanted to focus on travel. Well, here we are with Mr. Donald Bradley. He is our CEO, our chairman, and our founder of Planet Marketing, which is the marketing arm of IntelliTravel. Okay, this is where the referral side comes in. You can help others become travel agents. We are now an 8-year-old company. Okay, we have reps in over 20 countries and ITAs in over 20 countries. We have solid company leadership. He has the best running this company, but he was a #1 income earner in a company structured just like ours, okay, for decades. And they, asked him to come to the corporate side of the business to show others what he was doing. And he agreed to do that. And then he realized they were not doing things with integrity. He's like, I got to start my own company, because he felt he couldn't sleep at night knowing that they weren't doing things with integrity. And the first time I met him, he made the statement and said, I always told myself I would never lie to anybody to feed my family. So that just shows the integrity that this gentleman has. And he says, I need the best travel partner. And he was introduced to James Farrar. So they both said it was a match made in heaven because they were both looking for each other. So that is our company. We are 8 years strong, and we now have 100,000 travel agents across the globe. Okay, which is very exciting. We're just hitting a momentum phase, which is the best time to get into a company. So don't feel like you missed the boat, because we're just getting started. We are just hitting that momentum. And like I said, if you know anything about structures of companies, the best time to get into a company is during the momentum phase of the company. So, and that's where we're at. So it's pretty exciting. So one of the best things that you may not know, and I already told you, I already kind of gave this away because I told you in the beginning when I was on that cruise ship, I found out about this. Commissions are already built into the cost. Agents can even be their own best clients. I sold over $10,000 last year just in my own travel. And agents can be their own best client. Those commissions are built in and you can get a paycheck when you come home. That's why I said I'm never cruising again without coming home to the paycheck. It just made sense to me. So if you're booking your own travel already, or you're booking for your friends, my brother-in-law used to joke and call me his personal travel agent because I used to book his trips before I even became an agent. So that I was his personal travel agent before that, because they would come over and be like, hey, help us, because they just didn't know. And I loved doing research, and I just would book it for them and never made the commission. So I was already doing it. So why not be an agent so you can come home to that paycheck? All right, so our host travel agency is IntelliTravel, like I had told you, and I'm going to share with you what they provide. We have sold over $3 billion in travel already in the last 8 years, which is pretty amazing. Billion is a lot of zeros, okay? And that is through, 2 years of the pandemic. We still have sold over $3 billion, all right? IntelliTravel provides your travel agent credentials. When you register with IntelliTravel, you get your credentials to be a travel agent, okay? They give you your IATA number, your CLIA number. You also get access to the vendors, the suppliers. You're going to hear it different ways. But when I say Disney and Carnival, Norwegian, Hertz Rental Car, Hilton, Marriott, those are our vendors, suppliers. They're unlimited. You have access to all the vendors. Okay. They provide the commission. So those vendors and suppliers will pay IntelliTravel, and then IntelliTravel writes you the check. Twice a month you get paid, which saves you a lot of headache from having to go chase down those travel commissions from the vendors. You can have that conversation with IntelliTravel, and it's all in a report in your back office. So everything is there for you to keep track of it. But IntelliTravel takes care of it, which is amazing. They provide the VIP travel benefits, the education, it's all included. IntelliTravel has a short little university to go through, a few hours it's going to take. And then you can access the different vendors and go through their education. They provide errors and omissions insurance, so you're protected. The marketing material, hundreds of $1,000s worth of marketing material at your fingertips, everything you absolutely need to get started. You have your very own personal website that you get, so many tools, so many resources, customer support 7 days a week they provide. That's amazing. Okay, 7 days a week you can contact customer support. So all the possibilities that you have, you start out at 70% of the commission. They're going to split that with you. The commission gets paid to them. They're going to pay you 70. You're going to work your way up to 80%. Okay. We're a full-fledged at-home agency. You get your booking portal, customer management software. It's just amazing. The things that you have that you can book, group trips, individual trips, you guys, cruises, church retreats, fraternities. There's so many people that are now doing destination weddings than they ever have been before. But honeymoons are my favorite thing to book, because for me, a lot of my newlyweds want to go to an all-inclusive. Okay. And it's so easy for me to hop on my favorite vendor and book a quick trip to Punta Cana in 20 to 30 minutes. I have it booked. And the paycheck for that is going to be $400 to $500 on an easy honeymoon. So we're definitely a turnkey business. I love this slide because it kind of gives you a glimpse of what your booking engine looks like when you're back office. Okay, you got your agency, your education, all of that right there for you. But you've got customer service and support. You got your training modules, your major suppliers. You can book cruises, vacation packages, resorts. We even have insurance that we can book. okay, and get a very nice a commission on that. But train tickets, vacation rentals, you can even book tickets to the Super Bowl, airline tickets, hotel rooms. You have access to so much. Okay, we have amazing awards and recognition that we've received. I'm not going to go through all of these, but some of them may look familiar to you. The Travel Weekly Magellan Awards is kind of like the Grammy Awards in the travel industry, and we've received that several years in a row, which is pretty outstanding for us to say that. The Better Business Bureau, we have an A+ rating with them. In CLIA, we are a premier agency. That's the Cruise Line International Association. That is outstanding that we are with such a prestige agency as a premier agent. So it's pretty cool. But you get to benefit from something that you love to do. Okay, you can either take advantage of those spam trip costs. This is my friend Brienne. She went to Bali for $599, and there have been several other of my friends that went on the same fam trip, and you got to choose which one to go on. But Bali, look at her on that Bali swing, it's just beautiful. $599 to go to Bali. Okay, this is my friend Charmel, and she was going to go on this transatlantic cruise anyway. It was adult only cruise on Virgin Voyages, and she was going to go anyway, and she earned $725 commission because she booked it through herself. Now, isn't that amazing? All right, so do what you love and get paid on your own personal travel. Let's show you some examples of our own personal travel. This one right here, this is me. Okay, this is me, my husband, okay, my brother, my husband's sister, my daughter. Okay, then we've got friends and friends and friends of friends. Okay, this is not even our whole group. We went on the Carnival Magic last February. Gosh, that was a year ago already. That just, time is just flying. But we announced in August before that, 6 months before that, hey, we're going on a cruise in February. Who wants to go? And, my brother, my sister-in-law, they're all, and then our friends are like, we want to go, we want to go, we want to go. I'll put my deposit down. We ended up with over 20 people who went on this cruise with us. We were going to go anyway, right? And I said I was never going to cruise again without coming home to the paycheck. Guess what my paycheck was? $2,080. Because I went on this cruise and brought some friends and family along, and we had a blast, and they're wanting to know where we're going to go next year. We're going to go to they want to go to an all-inclusive next year. So we're thinking Aruba. We might go to Aruba next year. That's what we're thinking. So it was just a fun time, and everybody wants to keep doing it. So the groups may keep getting bigger, and it just pays off to let people know, hey, we're going here, who wants to come along, right? And a $2,000 check doesn't come easy when you're working the 9 to 5. So this is my friend Beth. She joined in 2022. She's a gold builder with our business, which means she's already referred over 9 people. She her niche, she books a lot of Caribbean and Mexico. And she booked this. I know she was heading out the door on one of her own trips, and she didn't have a lot of time, but someone contacted her and said, we want to book this trip. So she hurried up, sat down, and booked the trip before she left. And the trip was $6,000 trip, all inclusive. Her commission was $806 for a 7-day getaway for 2 people. She, just for 20 minutes of her time, she hurried up and booked it, $806 commission. Now, how could that help your family? Okay, just 20 minutes of your time. That's amazing. Okay, this is Vinny. He is a stay-at-home dad, and they have 3 little boys, and he is also a part-time caterer. And he was going on this family cruise on the Disney Wish. Okay, he was going to go on it anyway. He's a gold builder with the company. He loves to book family trips, but he earned $1,983. $1,983. He came home to the paycheck, right? Never cruise again without coming home to the paycheck. That's my motto. This is Brienne again. She was the one who went to Bali, right? She sold over $1 million in sales since she started in 2019. All right, she is a director with our company, no longer a director in training. She's helped over 100 people with this business to get started. She specializes in Europe and French Polynesia. All right. She booked this destination wedding, 14 rooms, $46,000 destination wedding. Okay. She made $4,900 commission on it. But since it was a group from the groups department, she got an additional bonus for $2,400. So her total commission was $73.80 on this destination wedding. Most people don't even get that back from Uncle Sam on his tax time, right? Just imagine a check for $73.80 on one trip that you book. It's amazing. So Kristen joined in 2022. She set up a booth at a vendor show, at a bridal show last year. And just to get her name out there, she did a little drawing to collect some names, but just kind of decorated it. People stopped by. She gave away some brochures. She has over 20,000 plus commissions projected from the booking she got from this event. So you can set up at vendor shows to get your name out there. And then, word of mouth and referrals are one of the best ways to get new clients, but this is a great way also to get clients that you don't know. So this is Tina and Charmel and Glenn. They went on a Little Havana food tour, paid $186 for their tickets, and they got $27 commissions back on that. And Avis Tahoe rental, $380 commissions on that. You're going to go rent a car anyway. Why not get paid? You're going to go on that Little Havana food tour. Why not get paid, right? I went to Chicago and I booked all of our excursions in Chicago, right through my booking engine and got paid when I got back. So if you're going to do it anyway, why not get paid? Okay, what kind of education certifications do I need? This is one of the main questions I get when people are interested in looking at this business. You have an IntelliTravel University to complete when you register. It takes, around 3 hours to go through it. And then you can advance through each level of certification. After you do that, to advance to the 80% earnings, you can also go to the different vendors. If you want to learn all about Disney, you could go get educated in Disney and do their certifications. You can go to Princess Cruise Lines and get certified in Princess Cruise Lines. And you know what? Princess Cruise Lines, they give you a free cruise. If you do their education, you get to the Commodore level, they will give you a free cruise. You pay travel or you pay taxes and port fees and you get to go on a cruise. That's pretty amazing. Okay, so you get to become better educated on travel vendors and industry products too. So you also can educate yourself by experiencing that travel from the client perspective. Like I had already showed you, some of them were doing and using those fam rates and just getting out there and learning about it by experiencing it. Okay, these are just different types of certifications you can get. You can go and directly learn about hotel lines, hotel chains, Marriott, the Playa, specific suppliers, College of Disney. You can go all the way through their College of Disney. Disney has so much more than I ever imagined. Like they do have so much more than just Walt Disney World. It was amazing. It was a fun course to learn and to go through. But you can learn about specific destinations. If someone tells me they want to go to St. Lucia, I'm going to find a certification and go learn about St. Lucia. So I put them in the right location on the island and put them with the right hotel chain. Okay, so I'm going to learn as much as I can before I go book their honeymoon. And, some of these are only 30 minutes. Like you can go learn about Hawaii and learn about all of the different islands in Hawaii. I think I've got my Los Cabo, Puerto Rico, St. Lucia, Punta Cana. I even did Orlando and Fort Lauderdale because I was going there, and I've done some Las Vegas certifications. And, you can learn about specific cruise lines also. So there's so much out there that you can learn and you get to customize it to your business, which is amazing. All right. How do I find customers and referrals? We offer a free service. Okay. We do not charge for our services. So you can tell people, why would I book, if they're asking you, why would I book through you and not just go on Expedia.com and book it myself? Because it's free. I don't charge you. And why not? Why wouldn't you? If I can, use my knowledge and my experience and book this for you, why not use me? Right? Okay. So there's no convincing. You don't have to convince anybody to take a trip. or if they're saving for Disney, they've probably had it in their budget for a couple of years already. So they're ready to book, right? There's no convincing people to say, hey, want to go on vacation? I'll book that for you. They are already planning on going. So that we have step-by-step training on this to teach you social media also without being spammy. These are just a few examples that we do without being spammy. Referrals, word of mouth, they're the one way to get new clients. Okay. You can make QR code flyers and handouts. I'll show you some of those, but vendor shows you can set up at bridal shows, fairs, craft shows, they're all year long. You can set up at those, hand out your information, and do a drawing so you collect names, and there you go, you have new clients. All right, so you get to build your own brand, you get to name your travel business, which is pretty exciting. This is the fun part. You get to be creative and name your business, create a logo, have someone create a logo for you, and then you can brand yourself, put your logo on different types of swag. You can hand those out, you can wear them. It's pretty awesome. So another thing that you can do is, make flyers and handouts. You can do QR codes and send them to your website. We actually made t-shirts and had them sent to, we had the QR code right on the back of the t-shirt so people could scan that. But you can set up at networking events and vendor events. Okay. And then this is an example of a flyer or a handout from offline marketing. You can, print out a brochure and have them go directly to your site, which is pretty cool. So why do you love this business? We asked some of our agents that we work with, why they love this business. And these are the answers they got, or they gave us. They like it because they get to travel more. Not required. If you don't want to travel more, you don't have to, but most of us like to travel. So they said travel more. The friends that they've made, we have created like this whole big network of people, this big community, and we all support each other, cheer each other on, and we're always, we do weekly meetings and just really support each other, and we've become friends. We might only get together once or twice a year at conventions or trainings, but we see each other a lot on Zooms, and we talk to each other a lot on Facebook. So we've created lots of friendships. The support is endless. You're going to have so much support. How has it benefited you is another question we asked. And of course, the extra income is always nice, right? But the personal development, sometimes you just, get that personal development in, and you become a better person because you're around people who are positive. You're around people who support you and want you to be the best version of you. So that's a benefit from this also. So on top of travel agent commissions, there's 7 more streams of income that you're going to receive. Okay, the first one, when you refer an ITA, which is an independent travel agent, you refer someone to the travel agency, you get $50. Okay, that's pretty awesome. $50, it's unlimited. You can bring as many people as you want or refer as many people as you want to the business. All right, but you also get a rep commission match. You get 50% check match on all your personal reps referrals. So when they refer someone and talk to someone about the business, they are going to get $50, and now you're going to get a $25 check match. Ever refer anybody to a company or to a job? I know I have several times. I didn't get a check match every week. So this is a $25 check match you get every week because you brought them into the business. Once you refer 9 people, you become a gold builder in the company. And at that time, you also get another layer of $10. You get a bonus for every person that comes into your organization, no matter who signs them up as the upline gold builder, which is pretty cool. You're going to get $10 no matter who signs them up. You also get a 10% commission match. So say someone that you bring into the business, okay? You brought them into the business. They say you brought in Brienne more, okay? She went out there and booked $1 million in travel, but that one trip, remember, she made over $7,400 in commission. You would have got a check for $740 because you introduced her to the business. The company says, thank you, we're going to give you 10%, a 10% match because you brought her into the business. So 10% of the commission split goes to the sponsor, okay? 10% matrix match. This is the residual income that gets paid out every month. If someone comes in and says, I don't want to book a lot of travel, I just want to share this with everybody. I want to build a team of travel agents. And you know what? That's what ended up happening to me. I came into this business because I said, I'm never cruising again without coming home to the paycheck. And then I seen a presentation just like this. About 3 weeks into the business, I seen this presentation and I was like, what? I can get paid to help, others do the same thing. Like, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to run with this and tell everybody. Guess what? We hit 6,500 travel agents. 6,500 travel agents this week. It's amazing. 7 years into the business, and we've built an organization of 6,500. Okay. Don't think that you missed the boat, though. Like I said, we're just heading into momentum. The matrix payout is $4 per person in your matrix every month. You can do the math. I just said 6,500 times $4. Yes, it is. Pinch me. Is this real money? Yeah, I have to pinch myself in the morning. Is this my life? Okay, you guys, this company, this business has done so much more than help us travel. Okay, it has helped us get out of debt. We were struggling paycheck to paycheck for a long time. And, a lot of people didn't know it because we always had a roof over our head and had food on the table for the kids, but we struggled. Like, some months were, okay, we got to pay this, so this doesn't get shut off, and we'll wait next month to pay this, right? We had more month at the end of our money. So, and I was working 60, 70, 80 hours some weeks. And my husband was doing the same thing. We both worked 2 jobs. We didn't see a lot of each other. And now that, I'm able to stay home, I was able to, quit both of my jobs and do this full time. My husband only works full time now. And our goal this year is to retire him at the age of 45. He's going to probably walk away from his job this year and help more with this business. So it's pretty amazing. You get the opportunities to do that with the travel business. Okay. There's director bonuses. And I don't say that to impress you, just to impress upon you that you have the possibilities of dreaming and creating the life that you want. And if you love your job and you want to stay working, you can do this on top of that. There's lots of people who do. My dream was to be home and have that time freedom. I didn't want to clock in for anybody else. I was very stressed at my job. It was causing health issues because I was having chest pains and on medicine for my heart because of that. And no longer have to be on that. And, this has actually helped my health also, on top of getting us financially free. So, but director bonuses, once you help others and you become a director, there's a legacy. You get to will this business to your family, but you get additional $10 bonuses at each level, all the way up to 5-star director, and you get a monthly bonus every month on the first. There's 3 guarantees. The first one is for your client. Okay, the best travel price guarantee. If we find a trip, we book a trip, and we find something that matches apples to apples, we can take it to IntelliTravel. We'll take it to the vendor and say, hey, can you match this? If they say no, IntelliTravel says that's okay. We will give them 110% of the price difference for their next trip. And your client's happy because they get that extra money, and you're happy because you get to keep your clients. All right. 2s and 3s. These are for the guests that are in the room today. All right. Number 2, you get to try this out for 30 days with 100% money back guarantee. Okay. No questions asked. 30 days. Within those 30 days, you're just like, that's not what I thought it was going to be. You don't have to ask, or you don't have to answer any questions. They're not going to ask you any. You email customer support and say, cancel my account, send me my money back. And they simply will cancel your account and send your money back. All right. The number 3 is a unique profit guarantee. You get to try it out for 12 months. Okay. This is completely risk-free company. All right. 30 days money back guarantee and a 12-month profit guarantee. They guarantee that you will not lose any money in your first 12 months of business. And if you do, and you decide to part ways at that time, they will write you a check in the difference of what you've earned and what you've invested. So this is the Planet Marketing Pledge. As a Planet Marketing Director, you can feel secure in knowing that in the event of your death, the Planet business you built will outlast you. And I read this because this is what's in our bylaws. Okay, your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commissions, director pay, director bonuses, and monthly residual income. Those $4 per person per month are going to keep growing because people are going to keep joining your business. We are just at the momentum phase in this company. We have so much growth to do. We have 100,000 travel agents. We're going to go to 1 million. So imagine, and we're going to go over 1 million. We're going to be around forever. And just imagine the people who are going to come into this business, those $4 are going to continue to add up. All right. And your family gets to have that passed down to them. So the work that you do is not in vain. So you're working a job. They might have your job posted before your obituary is posted, right? They're trying to find a replacement. Your family's not going to get that last paycheck. And with this company, generation after generation, this is generational wealth that you can create for your family and change the financial path for your family forever. It's amazing. So recapping the travel agent perks before we close out here, you have the ability to make an income from your phone. You get to earn income booking vacations or from referrals. There's access to special events and trips for agents. You will get the discounts and travel agent rates, access to travel suppliers all over the world. You get to be your own boss and set your own hours. There's no long-term contracts. You get to cancel at any time. There's no invoicing, no inventory, no quotas. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, a 12-month profit guarantee. You get to discover the travel secrets that only agents know. And then you get to be mentored by other experienced reps and agents in the field. So the investment to get started, this is what I was scared about. I'm like, well, how much is it going to be if there's all these guarantees? You guys, it's $179.95 to get started on your agency. Okay, you get to earn commissions on the travel sales, everything I just shared with you, the VIP travel benefits, your own personal website, $39.95 a month to keep your business going. But it's only $20 more to add that referral side. And I tell people, add the referral side. You don't know what you don't know. It is an investment. You get that 30-day risk-free trial, 12-month profit guarantee. But if you don't have that referral program and somebody comes to you and says, I want to do this too, like, tell me what you're doing, like, tell me more about this, and you don't have access to it, you can't help them. And you will never be able to get that 10% match on your personal ITA's travel commissions either. So add that $20. It's $199.90 to get started. You get both opportunities. Okay, you get to book travel and you get to sell to travel agencies, refer the other people, and then $59.90 a month on your overhead. Okay, you book a couple trips, you're going to have your fees for the whole year paid for in your commissions, and everything else is going to be a bonus the rest of the year. So why not? Okay, $199.90 to get started, $59.90 a month to continue your business every month. So how do I get started? You'll go back to the person who invited you here. Okay, you will receive a link and instructions, and then they will help you register, walk you through that process, and then you'll have instant access to your website and your education. You will be invited to a Facebook support group and guided through your launching your business. So you're an independent business owner, but you're never alone. You're going to have the support and help from those that bring you in. All right, it's time to make a decision. You're either a 1, 2, or 3. 3 say thank you, no thank you. And it's okay. We know it's not for everybody. So, thank you. If you're a 3, we appreciate you tuning in with us today and having you here. If you know anybody who's overworked, underpaid, or just loves to travel, maybe this is what they're looking for. So go ahead and share this with them, and introduce them to the person that invited you here. Okay. Number 2, you have questions. Don't leave. I won't answer any questions. You can go ahead and start putting them in the chat. But I will let you unmute yourself also if you have any questions that you want to ask. I would love to answer them for you. Number 1, you're ready to get started. Let's go. All right. You get back to the person that sent you here and let them know, I'm a 1, I'm ready to go. Put in the chat if you're a 1, 2, or 3. Want to see, what's happening today. What are you guys thinking? 1, 2, or 3. I see Jay and Wendy are 2s. All right. Get your questions in there. And then thank you for being here. All right, reach out to the person that invited you, and definitely let them know if you're a 1, 2, or 3. Camilla's a 1. Congratulations. All right, let's see questions. You guys feel free to put your questions in the chat. Yes, you contact Lisa if she's the one who invited you here today. Definitely reach out to her and let her know. If you have questions, I can jump on a 3-way call with you also, or feel free to put your questions in here. Just going back through and reading any messages, see if I missed anything. Thank you. Some of our agents put stuff, info in here also. Angie invited Anna. The monthly fee is $59.95. Thanks for asking. I see Denise is a 1, Marla's a 1. All right, congratulations, you guys. 1, 2, or a 3. That's the slide where I said a number 1 is ready to go. Number 2s have questions, and number 3s, it's just not for them. They say thank you, no thank you. So that's what the 1, 2, 3 is. The monthly fee is for customer support. It's for the company to keep the you know, they build all the relationships and keep the licensing with the vendors. They, you know, give you the CLIA number, the IATA number. It's just access to everything, the education, the continued education. They put on events all the time for us to attend. They do weekly, like multiple trainings weekly for us if we want to attend them. So it does cover a lot. There's a lot of overhead. Imagine running a big travel agency, the fees that they have, and then having 100,000 travel agents. So that's what the monthly fee is. I have been doing this for 8 years. Somebody asked how long I've been doing this, or 7 years, I'm sorry. The company's been 8 years, and I started in December, a year after the company launched. So I've been doing this for 7 years. The monthly fee does go on forever. Yes, it's your overhead. So you get your own website and everything with that. Errors and emissions insurance is included. Your website. Yes. Thank you, Tony, for answering that. How often a $100 cruise is offered? Well, I can't say like how often, because it just comes up, you know, here and there, and it just different cruise lines. Right now, MSC Cruise Line is offering $99 cruises. So you get registered and, you know, register with MSC, and they offer, Princess Cruise Lines offers a free cruise if you do their education, and you pay taxes and port fees on that one, and you get to pick any cruise you want. So it just, yeah, that $100 cruise on Norwegian doesn't happen often, but it was just one of those things that they emailed us like about 6 weeks before and said, who wants to go? But MSC right now is running, they're trying to build their brand. MSC is trying to, you know, become a larger brand. They got a couple new ships that they're building, and they're trying to get the travel agents to experience it. So we'll go out and sell it to our clients. And everybody that, all of my friends that have been on the MSC have loved it. They said it's a really nice cruise ship. The different cruises. They said the food's good, the entertainment's good. They've really enjoyed the MSC. I haven't tried one yet, but I want to. Is there a client portal, or all clients are on your own to find? Yeah, the clients are on your own to find. But we have trainings on how to do that. And like I said, 90% of my clients came from word of mouth and referrals, honestly. The average number of hours part-time put in per month, it just depends how much you want to book and what you're booking. I book, I actually do the travel agent side part-time. My full-time is doing the referral side of the business. But I do book travel, and I'll put in a couple hours a week and booking a couple trips here and there. on the travel side of the business. And I just book for friends and family and referrals that come to me. So I know people who work full-time jobs and come home and work an hour a night on their business, or they'll work a few hours on the weekend. So it just depends. It's up to you of how much you want to put into it. But basically, once you get used to booking with a certain vendor, you get comfortable with the website and it gets faster for you. And then you start learning, okay, like I have people who want to go to Punta Cana a lot. So I kind of know where, like, I'll suggest a few hotels to them and they pick which one they want. So it's less research for me, because I already know, like, okay, these people have gone to this one, they love it. So if I have honeymooners who want to go, to Punta Cana, I'll say, okay, these other people love this for their honeymoon. And I don't have to do all that research. So it's less time. So once you establish that and you learn more about your um, clients and get to know them and knowing what they want to, it makes things a lot easier and quicker. So Krista says, can you explain the matrix a little more for Tanya? Absolutely. So the matrix is a 3x9 team building matrix. If you're familiar with matrices, I mean, sometimes there's binaries, but this is a 3x9 forced matrix. It's team building. You get paid $4 per person every month, whoever falls into your matrix. And as you sign people up, it will fill from top to bottom, left to right. And there's 3 in your first one, and everybody else gets 3 as they join. They get 3 in their first row. So the second row obviously is going to triple to 9. And then those 9 people are going to get 3. So the third row is 27. Those 27 people will get 3 in their first row. So then it goes to 81, and then all the way down 9 levels. And then when you have 9 that you personally bring into the business, you open up the whole matrix and you can get paid on the whole matrix. And that is when you become a gold builder. So that's usually our first goal. You get in, let's refer 9 people if you want to build a team. This is on top of booking travel. Obviously, not everybody has to do this, but I say, why would you leave that money on the table? Bring 9 people in. You can get those 10% matches, and the $4 per person per month, and that will help cover your monthly fees. So I hope that helped. Let's see. How often do you get promotions for cruises? They're out there all the time. There's different ones. Disney has a lot of promotions for travel agents too. If you go through their education, there's one, Margaritaville at Sea. They offer travel agent discounts all the time. Let's see. There is no additional cost for continuing ed. Sometimes, like, they have in-person events that might charge you like $25 or $30 if you want to go to that. And that's called our Dream Maker event. It's very informative. I've gone to travel trade shows, not put on by the company, and I paid, maybe $30. And then I went to Boston and went to a travel trade show, but I learned so much at it. So that's all on your own if you want to do it. It's optional only. But most of it's online and it doesn't cost anything extra. It's all included. And then if you want to join the business, contact who invited you. Yes, absolutely. And then, and Julie, you say you're a little hesitant. If you have questions, feel free to, hop on the phone with the person that invited you, and we can do a 3-way call also if we needed. And we can answer that. Okay, well, I see Jennifer answered that question for you anyway. All right, any other questions? Well, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for supporting the person who invited you. Those extra certifications like Disney, no, that's not any extra. You pay nothing for that. There's people who pay tens of thousands of dollars just to be a Disney travel agent to get that education. And we have the same exact education that they get at no extra cost. It's included. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, no extra fee for that. All right, well, you guys get back to the person that invited you and let them know if you're ready to get started. And I look forward to working with you soon. Have a great evening, everyone. Good night.